Whoa, Grump, you look pretty mossy there, huh?
Did she had a different ult? The throwing grenade? I thought it was like fucking reversing her back in time or some bullshit.
No, that's just recall.
Isn't that how the leaders of the robots died, though? Because Widow and Tracer were fighting and he got she recalled and he died?
Yeah.
And wasn't Ramatra there to witness that, too?
Ah.
I can't recall. Roger wasn't in the lore when they released the short of Mandata dying. I assume he was somewhere nearby, though.
Mandana. The Martin Luther King of robots.
Essentially, yeah. Of Omnics, yeah. That's precisely it. Robot's a slur, Grump. You can't be using that.
I'm sorry.
Don't call them that.
The Clankas. Then what type of Omnic would Arisa be?
She isn't technically one.
What is she?
She's made up of multiple parts of other robots.
Who the fuck made her?
Some girl named Effie.
How's she
Effie
going
made
up?
Orisa to counter Doomfist. She saw Doomfist when he went back to go take his fist, and he left like a whole fuck ton of destruction in his wake, and destroyed Numbani's current defense robot, which is what Orisa is based off of. So Effie then made Orisa to counter Doomfist, which she does perfectly, both in game and in lore. Like his ass lost. She fucking demolished his ass.
What was the point in them killing off Doomfist?
I don't know. Doomfist has only lost to 2 people, and that's a powered up Winston, which makes sense, because he's a fucking ape, and he's much stronger than a person. And Orisa, but Orisa was built with defeating him in mind, like, entirely. Like, even from a gameplay perspective, she's meant to counter Doomfist from her inception.
Yeah, we just get Vendetta just fucking...
Yeah, who just kicks his ass for some reason. I never understood it. We've seen Doomfist take 2 L's on screen, both of which make sense.
Aye. Look at me. Look at me.
What?
You want to touch my robot wiener?
But yeah, Orisa's just made up of multiple different Omnics, essentially. So she's kind of just her own thing.
Then what type of Omnic is, Zenyatta?
No clue. He's just a standard one, so he could have done any number of things. Maybe he was an attendant at a movie station. Maybe he was a library worker or from a pool. There's no specific thing on what he is.
What about Ramatra? Because he looks different.
He's a commanding, combat commanding one. Meant to command units of OR-15s and Bastion units.
What is wrong with the Bastion we see?
He took a shot and it resulted in him not being, like, he died during the Omnic Crisis and then he came back at some point, just sparked up again and wandered around, found the bird, and now he's kind of just himself.
PTSD.
Yeah. So because there's no combat orders being sent out anymore, he's just kind of exists. That's why Bastion's out here. That's why he exists.
And that's why Reinhardt and Torbjorn didn't like him at first, because he's a Bastion unit?
Yeah, because that's what they fought during the Omnic Crisis. They fought these guys, like, en masse. Along with OR-15's Orisa. But, Bastion, you know, he's unique. He's not an asshole. There also isn't even
Ramatra finds him unique and tells him he'll find twigs at if he sees any.
Because most Bastion units are mindless. They don't really have, like, the same consciousness as other Omnics. They're very basic. The Bastion's unique, though, because he he has a conscience. That's why he can't speak. They're very basic robots.
I would like to see them eventually give Bastion a voice box.
I kind of prefer him not to. There's only so many characters in Overwatch who don't speak. So I think giving him a voice would make him lose that unique bit of his identity.
What are the other characters that don't speak? Hammond?
Oh, yeah. And,
Touche. I heard the fucking meow 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 meow.
No, Hammond doesn't speak. He can't speak. He can't form words. He's intelligent enough to speak. He just can't do it. Because he's a fucking hamster.
No, but he has the robot doing it for him.
Yeah.
What's the story behind Junkrat then?
I
know him and Roadhog
was...
used to be Junkers, but they got kicked
they still
out.
Are. They still are, technically. Australia's a wasteland in Overwatch lore. Like, genuine radiation-filled wasteland. Basically uninhabitable. So Junkrat, without all the funny explosion mishaps and all that, was already brain damaged from all the radiation. And that's also why Roadhog wears the gas mask. And, the people who lived in Australia now are called Junkers because it's so rough over there. You had to become a Junker or you died? Also, I think that means the Wi-Fi cut out.
But Hammond was technically a Junker.
He's a Junker because he crash landed there. So he just, you know, he has the mech already. So he just entered in their fights. And they all think it's just some dude in there who just doesn't want to be seen and he uses the hamster to speak. Except Junker Queen. But it's actually a hamster. Like, they have, like, mech battles and shit down there, so they think, like, Wrecking Ball is just a dude. They don't know he's a hamster. I think Junker Queen's the only one who knows he's a hamster. The rest all think he's just a dude. Well, yeah, no, when Hammond came back to Earth after leaving the moon colony, he landed in Australia, so... That's why he's,
Was the moon colony good or bad?
I don't know. They did a lot of animal experimentation up there, but they're not, like, outright evil. They just did animal experimentation, run out of money, and then they had to abandon them all there. Because there was too much money to send them all home. So it depends what you want to consider it.
Well, what's the story behind Sombra?
Sombra is a young woman from Mexico. She dug too deep into a conspiracy, which is what Emery's part of, which, by the way, is only part of lore we've gotten about them since fucking Sombra came out. And she decided to kill her former identity to become Sombra to look into this conspiracy because it ruined her life. That's also why she works with Talon, is because she thinks they're their best bet. I thought your Wi-Fi just cut out. Your power just went out, man? It is. Well, Trash still isn't here, so... Yeah, that's why Sombra works with Talon, is because she thinks they're the best bet at getting into the conspiracy and figuring out more answers. She's not, like, actually evil. Also kind of why she left the moment Vendetta took controls, because now Vendetta just wants to fight people.
Well, what's the story behind Lifeweaver? Why does he, like, plant so much?
Lifeweaver made a unique tech comparable to Hardlight, which is what Symmetra and Domina use, called BioLight, which is using plant fiber. The government and Vishkar really fucking want it, but he knows they're going to use really bad shit with it, so he's kind of just an outlaw because he's keeping the technology away from them. He was roommates with Symmetra, and he's kind of trying to convince Symmetra, hey, Vishkar's really evil, and he kind of is. And now Symmetra's a bit less morally gray and more outright good. Vishkar is a corporation, so that's all that needs to be said. They're bad people. They're exploiting lesser nations.
Then what's the story behind Granny?
Grandma, one of the original. She was the original Overwatch lieutenant, I think. And she, Overwatch fell, yada yada. She lost her eye in the battle with Widowmaker because she hesitated because she's like, wow, she looks familiar. So she hesitated. Widow took her eye. She declined bionic enhancements to her eye because she thought, she should adapt to what happened to her. And she's also like an outlaw criminal who just kind of does things. She's a vigilante like soldier.
Huh.
What wonderful character you about to ask next?
Kiriko.
Fuck you. I don't know. I don't care.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, no, apparently I know very little about her. She is Japanese. Currently, Japan, especially the Tokyo area, isn't doing so well because the Shimada clan fell, which is what Genji and Hanzo are from. Apparently, she trained with Hanzo and Genji when they were younger, but she's 20 and they're both 40, so that makes no fucking sense. She's like 26, and they're both like in late 30s to early 40s. So that makes no fucking sense.
They would have already fought and all that. So
yeah,
that makes
by the
no
time
sense.
Genji and when Hanzo and Genji fought each other, and Genji, quote unquote, died, they would have been like 20. So Kiriko should have been like 6. So.
What's the story behind this woman?
Farah is Anna's daughter. She is part of a mercenary group working in Egypt. She, guards Egypt as part of this mercenary group. She's gay. I know that. She has a comic I never actually saw. That's one of the things I actually didn't see was the comic. But there's a comic about her I never actually read, so unfortunately I don't know everything about her. But yeah, she's Anna's daughter. She was like wee child when Overwatch was still around at the tail end of it. No idea who her dad is.
What about this?
Probably Ryan.
What about this nice omnic right here?
She isn't an omnic, she's a robot.
I thought that word was offensive.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's considered an omnic. I can't recall though. Echo was added in the tail end of Overwatch 1, so I actually, once again, don't know much about her. She is an AI replica of a doctor, or at least an AI project by a doctor. I don't remember her name. That doctor was a somewhat original member of Overwatch, so an Overwatch scientist, so May and a few other people. I'm trying to remember who. Mercy would, of course, know her. And she's kind of just an AI learning the world now with Overwatch.
Well, what was the story behind Doomfist before he died?
Doomfist is Doomfist, the fist has a lot more history. So Doomfist, the Doomfist thingy, has had 3 previous owners. Doomfist is the current 3rd one. These people were. The first one was a hero. This guy was like the GOAT in Africa. This guy was saving people. He was protecting. Then the next one was the Scourge. This guy fucking oppressed Africa and all that.
So the hand-me-down from Leaders of Africa.
Basically.
What? If Doomfist killed the Scourge of Africa, wouldn't that have made him the good guy? Why did he turn evil?
No, he was always evil, because he was his, the other guy, the Scourge one, was mentoring him, but Doomfist, thought he was weak, so he killed him, and took the fist, and now he's Doomfist.
What about Hazard?
I don't know. I don't know.
I figured you wouldn't know anything about that one.
He's Scottish. I know that. I think he's like some biomechanic. He's like a bio experiment. I don't know.
What about Bubble Bitch?
No lore on Zarya. There's like no lore. She's the strongest woman in Overwatch lore. She's one of them. She is part of Volskaya Industries, which is a Russian thing. They make mechs. They're the main defense force of Russia. Like she's kind of like Reinhardt in the regard that she was Russia's answer to the omnic crisis. Was her and like her, and mechs and shit.
What about Ash and Cassidy? What's the story behind both of them? Because I know that they were part of a gang together, and then
Ash is a prizzy, socialite rich girl who, I don't know, had a temper tantrum, fucking took off with her robot butler Bob, and now they're both bandits. At some point, they recruited Cassidy. Cassidy, at some point, got taken in by the police, and then, got captured. They gave him a choice. Either you sit here and rot in prison, or you join Blackwatch. He, of course, didn't want to fucking rot in prison, so he left the gang and joined Blackwatch. Ash didn't like that and felt Cassidy betrayed them, so now she wants him dead. But, Cassidy's pretty good at avoiding her. Cassidy, outlaw, got a robot arm. Don't know how he got it, but he has it. Joined Blackwatch when they were around. Left when Blackwatch fell, when Overwatch and Blackwatch fought. Ash still just exists. She kind of is just a criminal. I think Vendetta's talking to her, convincing the Deadlock gang to join up with Talon.
she's been trying to convince everybody.
Yeah.
Now on to another question. What about this guy?
No clue. No clue. I don't know. Venture is an archaeologist. That's it. They kind of just exist. They're like Alari.
No.
They just kind of are an isolated.
They
have more to them, but
what is the full story behind Reaper?
Reaper was a soldier in the military.
Mexican military or American military?
American. He's Californian.
Stupid fucking guy.
I didn't know if that would come out offensive. I did again. He speaks. He speaks Spanish.
Lore.
Fucking what?
I've been recapping the Overwatch lore for Drum.
I've been asking questions about characters as we sit here in training.
Because we were waiting for you. When Thunderman's gone, his power went out.
Now,
he dies at some point. Moira brings him back. He's in constant pain because his cells are constantly regenerating. He's part of
not
Overwatch
regenerating. They're
Blackwatch.
degenerating. Well,
it's a
they're
constant.
degrading.
It's both. They're constantly regenerating and dying, leaving him in constant fucking pain. That's what gives him the lifesteal with his shotguns. It's why Moira regenerates life when she does shit. It's because of that.
We should all get in the Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Kill you.
No.
Nope, can't say that. Nope, can't say
Oh man,
that.
I almost caught him, boys. Caught him, son.
He was part of Blackwatch. Reaper doesn't like, he's a hothead, fucking kills a dude. Blackwatch, it's Vendetta's dad. Fucking Blackwatch, needs to leave, yada yada. They fight, whole Civil War. Fucking Soldier 76 and Reaper think they kill each other. They don't. Reaper joins Talon. Reaper's just edgy bad guy number 12.
What happened to Soldier after he faked his death?
He just kind of became a vigilante. Kind of just does shit now. Kind of runs around. Doesn't want to rejoin Overwatch, all that, because he's not an idealistic child anymore, like many of the new Overwatch people, like Mei, Wu Young, Anrin. He thinks, he's just a vigilante now. Just an old soldier. He was a, Overwatch Strike Commander. He was that guy.
I want you to know, we've been talking about the lore, and I just keep watching the number bounce back and forth, up and down.
I don't know, if you really want, maybe we could make a little mini video where, I don't know, if you want, I could edit this part and, I don't know.
Now, I do have questions
I'll
about
edit the section. I'll post this.
I do have questions about this mini Rhine.
Brigitte is Torbjorn's daughter. Surprising, I know, because she trumps him
What?
in height.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Torbjorn has fuck, how many is it? 9 kids, I
You're
think.
telling me you're telling me that short bastard has kids.
Yep.
How do you
9.
even get up
Yeah,
that
he has 9
high?
of them. Oh yeah, his wife's normal height, by the way, in case you're wondering.
How do you even get up that high?
It's just like down,
He did
man.
it. She came down to his height.
Yeah. But he has like 9 kids. Brigida is, I think, his oldest. I'm unsure. His other kids aren't that important.
Now, I'm gonna guess she was a small child during the Omnic crisis, because she looks young.
I think she was born after, actually, or tail end. Like, she was not around for the horrors of the Omnic crisis at bare minimum. So either she was born very tail end of it, they're all gone, Overwatch is here.
Let me guess, she wants to be like Torbjorn and Reinhardt?
She wants to be like Reinhardt, specifically. That's why she's on the front lines. But she has Torbjorn's knowledge of weapon crafting and all that, because Torbjorn was the one who did a lot of the weapon crafting for Overwatch.
Which is why she has this mace that has a chain that pops out of the handle?
Mace, shield, she made it all herself, and she takes classes from Reinhardt to be him. So, she's kind of their child.
What about
skill-wise?
Olari.
Olari is also another isolated character in the lore. She's like Venture, but unlike Venture, she actually has shit I know. Olari is from a civilization, I don't remember what it is. She's from some nation, I can't recall what it is. They were experimenting with solar threads and solar harnessing, and it went wrong, and Olari nuked her entire civilization. They're all dead. It's just her.
What?
Soul Survivor, because she was the one channeling it. So, you know, Olari uses the sun in her healing and her shots? That's because of things in her head called solar threads. They're a little dangerous. She used them. They were using them in the civilization for testing. I don't recall what it was. But it went wrong. She nuked her entire civilization. They're all dead. And now she's kind of just the only one left.
This is going to sound like a silly question, but I've never heard anybody go over Mercy lore.
Mercy was the medic in Overwatch, and scientist too, both. She has been experimenting with, bringing people back, reviving, and, regeneration, stuff like that, which is why she has her little staff, and she can res people, and she has her, staff and all that. She's the one who saved Genji. That's why he didn't die, was because of her. But because it was so rudimentary at the time, it resulted in him having so much,
What happened to Genji after, Mercy brought him back and all that?
He was part of Overwatch, but specifically Blackwatch. And, part of Blackwatch falls. He wanders the world, finds Zenyatta. Zenyatta teaches him inner enlightenment, and now he's just normal again. Not normal again, but, he's at peace with his robot body, because he used to hate it a lot. But now he's at peace with it, he's fine being a cyborg, and he's back in Overwatch now, in current lore.
What happened to Hanzo and all of them after that fight?
Hanzo killed his brother, regretted it, and kind of just left the Shimada clan. It fell, and he just kind of has been a very remorseful person. Talon and Overwatch are both trying to get him on their side. Genji forgives him fully, so he's fine and just like, yeah, Hanzo, come join us. And Talon was like, hey, man, you can come join us. And he was just like, I don't care either way. And he kind of just, it's just him, just here.
Mm-hmm. What about everybody's favorite beatmaster?
Lucio is made beat technology that he stole from Vishkar, Symmetra's people, and he uses it to heal and move faster and all that. And he comes from Brazil, where Vishkar is currently fucking out the ass because they want to, and he's kind of fighting back against him through the sound of music and also actually fighting. And he's idealistic, so he ends up joining Overwatch in current lore. Currently,
how did Moira become the way she is now, half dead and all that?
Moira is a scientist, and nothing will stop her to experiment. There is no morals, nothing like that. She has no moral committees. She thinks that morals should not stop progress. So she experiments on herself, random people. She just doesn't give a shit. She's like Mercy.
I like her so much.
She's like Mercy, except
no remorse.
No moral code. No remorse, no moral code. She thinks science at all ends, which is why Mercy, her and they're same technology, same idea. They both want to experiment with life and death, but Mercy does it by morally, and she's like, waiting for consent. Moira's just gonna kill you and then start trying to bring you back for fun.
Which is what she did with Reaper.
She
not killed him for fun, but just brought him back because she thought it was fun. What is with Tracer? How did she get this ability?
Tracer was part of a experimental time travel jet thing. Like, they were trying to go, like, really, really fast with a jet, and resulted in her... Like, they wanted to use time manipulation to make a jet faster.
Which is how she ended up with that little song that plays in her head. Well, not proven, but she gets uncomfortable whenever it's mentioned.
Sigma mentions it, yeah. She got lost in time for a little bit. She was just phasing in and out, and they had to stick her in a little chamber, and she'd just appear randomly, looking lost, because, she's lost in time.
Let me guess, the thing on her chest keeps her from just going randomly?
It's what allows her to stay in this plane. It allows her to blink, recall. She's got a bit more control over time now.
In the fight with Widowmaker, she was aiming for that. That's why she blinked, because either way she would have lost control.
Yeah, she was fucked either way. Widow kills her, or she blinks and saves herself.
Widow wasn't aiming to kill. She was aiming to break the thing on her chest.
Yeah, but it might as well have killed her. But only anyone could get her back at that point. The only reason they were able to get the the accelerator and all that was because they had her in a contained area that was like keeping her there specifically. Although she was fading out of time, she was stuck in this one area, so they could just find her. But she's outside of it, she'd be fucked. They never find her again. And Winston made it. That's why Winston are buddies.
No, your favorite character.
May is an ecological scientist who was up in Antarctica, and they were experimenting with cryogenics. Something goes wrong, everyone dies but May. May's stuck up in an outpost. The funding for it failed, so she's stuck up here alone. No one knows she's here. No one has any records of her being here. So she has to create a way back, so she creates her little gun to help her get her way out of this very buried Arctic base.
How does this gun help her get out of an Arctic base?
She can use it to freeze her way up things. She's like the walls. So you're up in the Arctic. What resource do you have plenty of? You got snow. So, kind of what she thought. Manages to jury rig one. It works. She gets out of there. Joins Overwatch. The new Overwatch. The one that Winston recalled.
I know about Reinhardt and all that. Oh, that's pretty much everybody, except for the new people.
I mean, I know some of the lore on the new people.
What about Mizuki?
No, don't know him. That's the one I don't know.
Wu Yang?
I can't tell you anything. Wu Yang is just a guy. He's a person from China who studied in their Chinese water college. Don't know what that is. Don't ask. And his parents don't, they don't approve his decision to join Overwatch. Damn it! So he's idealistic, wants to join Overwatch. His parents don't like it. Too bad. That's kind of it. Hey, no. He can control water. Hey, no, it's cool. Trash, do you know any of the Overwatch lore, or is this all new to you?
I don't care about lore.
I do. So I played this game. I liked it.
I know Domina's part of Vishkar Enterprises.
I'm trying to learn how to play this game.
I know how to play this game, so I gotta just sit here and learn about lore.
I need to go back to PC. Goddamn.
Specifically, the granddaughter of the person who started Vishkar Enterprises.
Yeah, another thing. She fucking sucks with Hardlight. She is not creative. She can't do shit with it.
No, she's stolen almost all the technology she knows about it and just says she created it.
Yeah.
Because who's going to stop her?
It's why she has both her arms intact. Most other engineers and architects in Vishkar, like Symmetra, have one of their arms removed to have a direct link to Hardlight to conjure stuff, which Symmetra does. Domina doesn't.
No, she has
the arms.
The two arms on her back.
And her gun is a hard light welder, but she sucks so bad at using this that when it has a little projectile, is it failing. And it just fires out something. It's not supposed to do that. She is like a fucking fraud.
But who's going to, who's going to stop her?
Who's gonna stop her? But like... Then you look at Symmetra, who is a Vishkar architect who, you know, she's missing one of her arms.
Hey, look, it's the kitty that Brigitte saved and gave a jetpack to.
Yeah.
that's all.
Get a match, or are we gonna? Do you want me to sit here and explain the lore? We're probably getting a match.
Wait. We